the Gecko.
Okay, straight in. FUT on defense, Liquid on attack. And we're already stacking orbs on the Sage. In terms of what we... Whoa. I was going to say, in terms of what we need to look at, we see a double push over towards here, early info, and we also need to pay attention to the fact that Sage has wall pretty strong in just retakes, especially on pistol.
But it does look like...
Dude, Atta is relentless.
To what will be an A take. It seems like the information is definitely going to be there already, though.
Well, yeah, Atta Captain got enough info for sure. They're confident to stack it up. They're just worried about the mid flank that is underway from Kiko. It looks like he's got perfect timing.
Oh, the knife hits everyone apart from the lurking jet.
Enough that it looks like they are committing, so no one goes back. Oh, that's
yeah, there's the lurking jet. They weren't expecting that one.
Damage onto Atta Captain as well. Now this defensive side has to watch their back, be worried about the flank all the while. The aggression on site can come through. The wall broken open, but it's slow. It's slow. It looks like they're waiting for FUT to make another mistake for an overextension, but that's not coming through. FUT are patiently waiting for Team Liquid to take a step forward, winning their fights as they do.
Oh, big Joel. Nicely done from Yampy. Yeah, Yampy did so good. That extra kill from Yampy was pretty much the pistol there.
That's what it takes to get a pistol for Liquid.
Also, this is like a weird thing for FUT because they have to stay on top of the fact that they have no Sentinel. And first pistol round, you see a lurking jet. So they have to be aware of like the jet. I mean, they have to be aware of everything. The jet, the Killjoy, the Viper. They can all lurk.
Not expecting much. Going into this round.
It was pretty good as well because the knife hit 4, but even though the knife hit 4, it didn't hit the jet. And you would imagine that the jet's with the pack, so that's why they kind of didn't expect a lurk. Because why would there be a lurking jet? It's not ranked.
Only slightly. Outlaw is incredibly strong. Lots of players close here. Atta Captain, right click range is
not again, bro. Not again.
3 kills for FUT in a round where they have next to nothing. Atta Captain.
Bro, how did he get the second kill? Well. The classic is so strong.
Now he's got support. This is why I was worried, and it's just Atta with a classic.
Okay, and he did good damage here. Oh my goodness, tunnel vision.
Kill from Yedege puts it all down to Yampy. 3 kills in the last round. 3 kills needed this time. Him against the world, and the lack of info to work with. You can already see Mr. Fallen wrapping. They've got him trapped inside of yellow. Good kill on the first, but now they group up together.
Damn, nicely done from FUT, especially Atta. That was insane what he did with a classic there. Bro, they could have won 2 pistols and they lost both of the rounds after. Look at this. Bro, the crouch as well. The crouch to get the 3rd kill.
Really good. Again, the fact he got 1 was impressive. The fact he gets 3, I feel like that's just going to give Team Liquid nightmares. And again, silence has fallen within this building. A lot of Liquid fans here today, and it is not going the way they hoped.
And they want to get this res out really early. We saw pistol round, orb on A. This round, orb over towards B.
Some upgrades for the rest of the team. Obviously, that was an eco. There was only a Marshall. Everything else was classics. To do that once, what do you say? 1 in 50 times?
That's what I said. That's what I settled on.
How about twice in 2 maps?
Yeah, it's tough.
Beating the odds a bit.
Twice out of 2. There's only been 2 follow-ups on a pistol for them. So.
Yeah,
it's pretty rough. I think it speaks to FUT's consistency in these rounds, the ability to find those, even if the opportunities are given to capitalize on it, every time is incredible. And he's out of there. That's the beauty of CNED on this agent. Right back to the back of A site. Team Liquid obviously just working with classics. You can see the disadvantages. They're tangible.
Yeah,
next
you can see the disadvantages.
1 enemy remaining.
Unless it's on the other.
Yeah, they get 1 kill. Yeah, they're doing this. It's just like a thing that they do, Liquid, right? Where they get these ecos and they just don't buy anything into it. Like what GE used to do in 2023.
FUT claim essentially a pistol round victory. I mean, they get that little boost
I don't know about it.
but their economy's in a great position. There's a lot more benefits.
It just feels like it's a discipline thing. Like you might as well buy some of the util and just not use it if that's what you want to do. And then if you get closer into winning the round, then you use the util.
Basically lose the pistol and win the second when not buying. Yes. That's the best thing you can do for your
But
economy.
with that, at least they still have okay. Well, I say okay, it's good money because they're full eco. But the problem is, right, and this happened similar in terms of what happened to the first game. Like, sure, it's good when you do that and you focus on your own econ, but when you're full eco, it just means that FUT can just farm so heavy and then their money's out of control. It feels like you're focusing too heavy on your own util instead of the enemy's util.
He's gonna have to fade away from this, or so you think.
This doesn't feel wow.
The peak, but it's not even him. It's Mr. Fallen again, constantly pressuring and pushing this Liquid side, not allowing them to get into position for executions. They've always been a really difficult team to play against because of the manner in which they aggress. Wall down mid has to be broken just to force somebody to come back in that direction. And at the moment, they've left.
Why am I wearing the jacket, bro? I'm cold. Would you want it to be a hoodie? I can go get a hoodie. If this goes FUT Map, I'll get a hoodie just for you. How about that?
Liquid are approaching this one slowly. No doubt after how things have gone, there is a sense of trepidation to any sort of angle they're peeking. It's towards the B site, but FUT are making that read. Yedajay's on the way to back up his colleague, out of captain down below.
Can't wait for the hoodie.
Duo in the worst of times. And it seems like we're in the best for FUT.
Okay, next round, by the way, is going to be wild. Just purely because of how many ults are going to be online. Atta, he did great to get one. What is that flick? 2v3, Nats has one molly. All committed on site, but did they even know? Okay, here's the guy running, right?
Don't know exactly where the Liquid players are. Rotation coming on already. Cracks is
I
going to
mean, you would think he's here, but the recon just came in and cleared this. They're calling that he's left side of yellow.
Pull off a miracle again, looking to potentially peek him. At the same time, his position.
Oh man, Cena did good. The smoke to help them out as well. Yeah, they did good in terms of just like, where could this guy be? And the fact that it's Nats as well, they might even thought that he did this instead of being on site the whole time. Pablo, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you.
For the side of Liquid, again, they're gonna have themselves some finances.
16 months as well, man.
Loss bonus, the spike plant is helping them out a little bit, but so far it's looking like more of the same.
You know, I like Jack, our third-person observer, gave us a little angle there of a nice lineup that's been coming through from Yumpy. The Nano Swarm going up onto pipes, denying that control, but it just doesn't matter. Like, you can place your utility perfectly when it comes down to it. Pound for pound right now, FUT are miles ahead. They are winning. Even the out-of-captain position, how he gets one. The guy is nuts to make that 90-degree flick with 3 players facing him. They had the drop on him, but he still drops one.
Jakiro as well. Jakiro Blade with the Prime. Thank you for the 5 months, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support, mate.
A lockdown to work with for Yumpy.
I think they got to break this wall, create pressure.
Mr. Fallen also has the Hunter's Fury. So
like, if you would imagine that they
also just look how far
and just start doing more stuff middle here.
All the way down B already. Here comes that lockdown.
They have Sova ult if they want it. Nade goes in, shock dart as well. Yeah, nicely done.
Shock darts in combination.
Oh, they save the Sova ult by doing that. Ooh, nicely done from Kiko. Yeah, and I'm not sure if these guys made any sound here, but
finally catching out that aggression.
Yeah, this is definitely what this is what needs to happen. And they have no idea that Nats is here. They have no idea it's like a double luck.
Because he still has that Hunter's Fury saved.
Nats here, this guy just run all the way back as he ran over towards B.
Is completely wrong, and Nats, being so deep in kitchen, knows it.
Yeah, Yumpy stayed close on A there, even sold the fake, got them to rotate back. I'm not sure what the sound cue was, what he did to let them know, but they were convinced it was an A play. Now they've spotted Nats after his kill, but by the time they deal with him, the round may already be lost. They need to pick up the pace on going forward, and he's not an easy player to root from his position. He's gone back to check for Yedajay. The Spidey senses tingled correctly, but...
Yeah, and this is much better from Liquid, right? No Sentinels, you gotta...
They'd have to get on
actually
very quickly. And
use middle.
Liquid with 3 players. they would be able to deny them. They have utility. I mean, Yedajay's going in at least to keep them around for the spike explosion. And they won't be around.
Official.
That round is closed out nicely by Enzo. A quick double for 2 rounds.
So the one benefit of them actually going for that is the fact that that puts both ults of the remaining players online.
True.
So them going down, if they go down to the spike or anything,
Macadelic, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the bits as well. Thank you for doing that.
One is one away, and that's the Blade Storm for CNED. So even though Liquid have managed
How
this,
to
it's still gonna be
pronounce,
problematic.
what, are you talking about UTJ?
The fact is, Kiko
Yeah, like that.
capturing that aggression, I feel like FUT are gonna have to be a little bit
I'm
more
pretty sure
tentative
it's
in the way that they
UTJ, but it
push
could be
from now on
YesTJ.
with that
That's what the
being
casters
watched.
say, so maybe I'm doing it
Nats
wrong.
doing Nats things. That's what we love to see
I
on
say
this map.
UTJ
It's a
though,
map,
but I
as
guess
said,
it's
that we've
YesTJ
seen
with the
so many times cause
That's just me being
confusion on his lurks.
idiot probably.
Well, the Viper's Pit
Likely.
is used by FUT off rip, one of their 4 ultimates that's online. Beautiful thing about CNED having an ult too is that he's probably going to have, or being one away, he'll have that Blade Storm online by the time he needs it, because he's hitting that first shot 9 times out of 10.
Eat to yay?
Or if he
Yeah,
doesn't
that's a
get
good
it,
way of remembering it.
Exactly. Worst
Either
case
way.
scenario, it's
Sure.
free investment.
Okay, aggro Viper all goes in, deters them away from A. We still have the wall. No, we don't have the wall. Where is the wall? Okay, so they did the wall middle, got broken. They have Sage Res. What is going on? Been a good day of none of that today. Oi, oi, oi. Is someone giving me the YouTube link? What's going on here?
They've got the Edge watching middle. And then
Yeah, we'll give it a chance. We'll give it a chance. It's fine.
With the ults they have, the plan is CNED gets 1 kill, and then they
We
just
didn't
play
see
retake.
anything. It's
This
fine.
becomes
We'll
so
refresh the stream
readable.
after.
I mean, it depends on how FUT conclude,
No
but
one
they
panic.
heard the alarm bot get pulled back from inside of A main. I'm fairly certain it was pulled back. Yumpy is dropped, so it won't be put back into the round. And they're now starting to realize, yes, these rotations have come through.
Yeah, I was going to say, what a rough situation he's in.
Blade Storm could have helped that time.
Plant goes in,
Now the
nothing to stop
numbers
the plant.
are
Wingman
evened up.
goes
There's
and
a
does
res
it against the
online
wall.
for
Maybe he
Yedajay.
cancelled
They've
this
got some
plant.
mid-control to
Yeah, how are
work
you
with
gonna
to
res
fight
him?
back through, but
Close.
yeah, but you're not going to res him. But perhaps one of the future engagements, Yedajay's partnered
Enzo has
up
Fischl.
with Cracks, who at least trades him out. No res. to
Cracks
play
is his
with, but an
ult.
on Cracks could still
Oh
spur
man,
them
he should
forward,
be pretty
deleting
tempted to
that
pop this
utility
ult.
from Enzo, allowing them some space to play with. Great if they had the
Damn, he
still.
popped the
Hunter
fish ult
Fury
just as
too.
it came
Oh,
out.
Big connection and not going to follow up. No kill from it. Enzo left
Fischl
on
got
7,
instantly
still has Dizzy to
cancelled.
work with, but suppressed by Cracks, who's now closing the distance. They tap the spike, bait out more utility, and bait out a firefight. Enzo down, Mystic
Oh,
swinging,
boy.
close is caught. This is getting a little risky now, as Nats had to swing to confirm they weren't defusing.
Oh, it's close.
3 kills for Cracks, and time is the only enemy remaining. It's against them.
Holy.
Just about.
Damn, bro, that's so
0.3 of a
close.
second. Every little detail falls in place for FUT.
Dude, the
yet again.
KO ult just as the
So
fish came out,
unfortunate.
like you couldn't have
Like you
timed
see
it
as
better.
well, like, the late usage of Thrash to
Completely
try and
cancelled
deny
the
them
fish.
space, the fight back into the
Or
round
nothing.
once again. Kiko being able to win that battle and then just trading back and forth.
The
It
Mystic
comes down
think
to
that they
Nats.
knew where he
You
was,
almost
maybe?
would believe that he has it. And just the final shots being connected by Cracks is going to put them ever further into the lead. And still, even though they lose so many players, they have the finances to buy once again.
There's a second use of the fish. Oh, okay, yeah. So at least it doesn't get cancelled fully, but it still mattered in terms of them winning the round.
Genuinely has no fear. They have gone and grabbed that orb in the first few seconds of every round.
There hasn't
Yeah,
been
they
any
have been
denial there for it.
getting a lot of
One of the main things
ords.
you'll see thrown out is a
Another
snake-like
round
shock
with a
dart.
wall over towards the middle. So essentially, they're just using the wall to just kind of
Liquid just sweeping
deny
up on
any
the angle.
pressure over towards middle.
Safe as
I
can be.
really do have to think that Liquid need to use way more middle, and maybe they haven't been practicing doing that.
I'm
not sure. Freddy, thank you so much. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for the 10 months. Prophecy of the KO. Yeah, we finally get to see it again. I wasn't enjoying watching FUT without KO.
This is somewhere that they have the advantage. Yedajay has a res if they need it, but getting that Viper's Pit dealt with is going to be another problem. They try to take Viper down, but Mystic's the one to fall.
Yeah, and here come all the mollies. Still looking alright for Liquid. It's a lot up to Nats actually being able to stay alive there.
Forcing him from his ultimate that will ultimately be dropped by the
Oh,
looks of things.
put a res into this?
Online, but the snake bite gets CNED. Good kill by Nats, followed up with more.
Yeah, nicely done from Nats. All he had to do is stay alive. Very nice ult, right? Spikes over towards here, a G2 plant, and then his ult is just... He can stick in this situation and it just reaches out over.
Yeah, I think as well, just again, Nats getting into the game. He is someone who, as said, in some of their kickoff runs and some of the matches, they look good. He was one of the pinnacle players for them. Coming out with a 4K when things got dangerously close. That's the thing, fighting back through that pit. he's able to just clean them up so low after that point.
Done.
Snakebite as well to deny any defusal. And now finally, after what has been a tough road, they have managed to break the economy. Now this does still come with the piece of the puzzle that is CNED's Bladestorm. But definitely a much easier round than the ones they've been facing off against in the last few.
Oh, bounces nicely into the middle.
It should be.
To pick up.
It should be, Tom.
But very proactive. Obviously, this is an eco, so they get the knife that goes all the way out. And this is weird because they kind of, not massively an overextend, but Liquid get good information that all of this is clear and that they have to speed up. Bro, he's an absolute unit.
Quite an onslaught of utility and bullets there.
Mystics Cove saves Lil Bro.
Well, it should be easy for Liquid to tie up. Even with the rifle picked up for Yedege, there is not very much for them to work with. They don't have a wall to deny control. It's cloud bursts in the form.
Another official, but would they use it against the eco? They did pick up a gun. Yep. Oh boy.
Committed as well, thankfully, because it looks like space is seriously being taken. FUT not giving up an inch, but left down in an awkward position. Cracks diffusing while eventually a snake bite lands, and that is what wins them the round.
Okay. He's just one of his life. Close rounds though. That was an eco, real close.
What FUT had in play.
Yeah, it's one of those scenarios where they lose so many players to Cracks with the Sheriff, the Bladestorm for CNED. Like, they're never really getting away from having that lower economy, but they're getting through the rounds. And I think if you're going to see Liquid build up into this series, this might just be the way they have to do it. It's going to be a grind, because the fact is FUT are still playing with that next level confidence.
Yes,
well, 4-4. Getting things back into contention.
Knife hits no one, Recon hits one to set the op up. Oh, big miss.
This time almost punished, but not quite. Good angle by
Oh, that's nice from Nats, and that's what he needs to be doing for sure. Yampy gets his op out as well, so Killjoy op on this.
And it's capitalized on. Team Liquid have the advantage to play with. CNED's op was spotted and pushed back without an opening duel. Everything's going right at the start.
Nats is having mad impact. Clutch rounds 2 at the moment. Impact in terms of just lurking 2.
On the other side of the orb, actually caught a little angle.
Oh, is this guy still alive?
Good wall bang, good punish. He'll struggle to find
Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine he gets some more. 2v4, CNED manages to bring it into a 2v3. He's picking up the orb. Oh boy, there goes the spike.
Especially as they now equalize the numbers, and when this wall goes down, when the cove fades, the op will be sitting on the other side. Planting inside a cove while there's a player close. It's a free battle for Yedege. If there was a harbor on FUT, I'd assume they put that in.
I mean, nicely done from FUT, obviously, but they made that easy. They like separated them off. They pretty much coved to have like a set 1v1.
You're talking about the Nats effect. He manages to lurk his way through, get 2 openers for the squad, and okay, he goes down, but it's
and then maybe Nats just needed to stay alive, but I understand that he wanted to reposition because he's kind of the only reason why this round is close.
Just waiting on the other side, like, these are just errors coming out
yeah,
from Liquid.
that was pretty bad.
Of someone like Yedege to play into that twice and not expect
that was pretty bad.
You cannot allow him to get away with that. FUT are even going to be the ones to take a pause. Sure, they've just won themselves a round off.
The cove is basically an ISO ult. Dude, it literally was. It was like a mini one. On Pow, what's up? How we doing? Thank you so much, man, with the Prime. Bacan mad. Yeah, he's getting the full experience.
That is the most predictable thing on the planet. That's what almost every Viper will do, unless they're trying to bait you into thinking that they're doing that. And he gets away with a kill on an angle that couldn't have been watched by anyone. Like, that was a wide open gap. He then manages to walk past the Sage and get into kitchen and take another deal. That, as a coach, that you're already calling the pause. Even win or lose the round, you're calling that pause to go, guys, fix the early set.
Is that Bacon? Yeah,
but
next
also,
ML.
It's like, hey, Liquid, you want to talk about that? you want to have a little chat about what went wrong there? Because there's going to be some constructive criticism, and there's going to be some just criticism, because it was shaky, it was rough, and I think that's somewhere they're getting lost a little bit in those late rounds. 5-4, it's a close score line, and it's not lost just yet.
This is also where the damage. Well, no, it's not even that. This is where the damage of losing 4 players to pistols.
Another eco, another eco where again, chat. I just don't.
They should be able to keep cleaner.
I mean, the best
Like,
example.
why would you
being
not buy
Icebox
some of the util?
long ago, and they come down to one player left alive. Bladestorm is in play there, sure, but didn't even have that much impact, all things considered. FUT have just been able to make it work, whether they're coming in with weapons or tools, they're coming out with victories.
What am I missing?
Already, the lead for them is good. The wall not being broken means mid-control isn't an issue. I've seen it on the other side, so they're going to have 4 players.
I think that molly misses him, right? Oh
like
no, just on the edge.
Well.
Just on the edge, and they already ran back. Wanted to flash, wall goes down.
Well, looking like this might just be a clean one. It's going to be an Andalusia flawless to get themselves their 6th round onto the board.
Well, buying Sheriff is crazy. Dude, I didn't like it when GE started doing it last year. I don't like it still when I see it here. That like the full classic ecos just doesn't make sense. Like we're playing a game where the awful guns, like the cheaper guns, are incredible. You would actually argue that they're overpowered. So to not use the broken guns, I don't get the thought process behind it. I don't like it.
It looked like Liquid were not ready to play it.
And then all they end up doing is just having like this, but all they've done is just made sure that FUT can have clean rounds and then have loads of money.
Oh no, oh no.
Yampy's been watching some alpha demos. This has been happening all the time, right? UTJ's just been walling deep here or walling over towards here.
The ult economy going for them. And the one thing that Liquid had, you know, lockdown.
Oh yeah, that's gone.
It's out. It's out of here.
Yeah, they're going to leave.
Take flight.
The drone. That's going to get a lot of info. Already spotting the head of 1. Does it see anything
Just
else?
giving them
Yes,
free rounds. Yeah, kind of.
No,
It's like the rounds aren't even close, right, when they have guns.
Chip damage, but you can see Yedoje has already rotated into position.
It reminds me of like, it's like the opposite of like the Lev save, right, where you're just thinking too much about your own econ.
Basically every single possible piece of information is currently on board for FUT. They're going to try and isolate themselves a duel here, but I don't even know if they check towards this angle.
The lovely crossfire on this. Honestly, in terms of like the no sentinel, they're playing it very well. Like UTJ deserves just like a bit of a shout out. He's playing it sick.
Starting to truly run away with this again.
Any idea where Scream is going? Someone said they streamed the other day, saying he's going to stream more. But I don't know if he's been streaming more.
The final round, FUT come in with a res, a null command, and a Hunter's Fury. Team Liquid have a lockdown that's going to meet a Hunter's Fury when it's used. And Mystic, well, he can reckon with
yeah,
his
he
opponents.
knew he was going to go
That might
aggro
be
there.
useful, especially for getting into a site, for
Okay.
taking space. I think it's going to be
Last
used on
chance.
A, but by the looks of it, FUT will play retake.
It's a
Right away,
really
they're
early
just
ult.
giving up the site. This does mitigate one of the big factors for FUT, which is their early picks. They can't really occupy that space. You don't think they can occupy that space, and somehow they still get an early pick. It's just happening again and again. This team is untouchable.
Oh, the molly comes in, stops the plant as well. Viper ult goes in, same Viper ult. There's twice they've done this now. They worked last time, but last time they got the spike down. And they didn't get a G2 plant this time, which is in this corner here.
A little bit of space. But the plant definitely hasn't happened, and that was the major factor of their
These guys are
off-farm
so
last
fine
time.
to keep fighting here because they have the Sage res.
And, then just hold
And
from
this
the
is like
backline.
vision
See,
block
then
for the
they
Sage
still
res no matter what.
needed the clutch out of Nats. This time the Hunter's Fury is going to be used to deny that lockdown. So that space is still
Yeah, and
not gonna
Atta
be
still
guarded
on
just yet.
site, has one molly just
Hoping that
holding
they
at
can
the
somehow
back.
get in and get themselves the plant, but Atta Captain is just waiting patiently. The second that is tapped, he's going to attempt to spam.
Oh, just block it, duh. Now he's up close in a safe spot. They're going to try to make
Holy
their way
hell,
out.
where
The
are we,
spam
man?
Doesn't work out, but CNET up top.
Felt like I shared his
In fact,
blindness.
able to
That's
find
nuts.
FUT. It's cracks supporting, and that same
That's
line
a
of
strong
fire,
half,
they
bro.
barely need to
No
move.
like
Liquid
hard
walk
sentinel
into
in
an
terms of
open,
info,
waiting
and they
hands.
got 8
Not a bad idea to play the backside
and
push.
Liquid 1 pistol.
Execution different, as it has been nothing but execution from this FUT side. Double the rounds of Team Liquid at the half, Tom. Give me the hope, you know, defensive side, Team Liquid.
They did good. They did really good at stopping the plant a lot of the time as well with the nades. And I think UTJ was just like, to me, a real standout.
Don't do that to me.
I'm I'm more worried for them now. Even look at the scoreboard for FUT. It's not even like one player's just going ham. I guess, okay, if I'm giving you some hope, I'm looking at Kiko.
Okay.
Because in their first matchup, when they played against Koi and they scraped the win on Icebox, he had 37 kills. This kid can frag. Putting him onto that sort of defensive side.
Maybe if they brought you two into that eco, they wouldn't have full by this round. Is in the one beyond. Yeah, I can understand it nearer the end of the half, but at the beginning of the half, when you give the opposite team to get so much money, it's not the one. Okay, let's see if they can win double pistol.
This scoreline isn't damning. It's the last map and the way some of these rounds have gone that make me worried. FUT find pistols in their hands yet again. A terrifying concept for Team Liquid. Now need to try to win this pistol to inject some round. Well, inject one round based on how we've seen it go so far. Let's not get our hopes up, not get too far ahead of ourselves. Good stuff.
Damn, Yampy on pistols at the moment.
Last pistol, 2 in this. Will it be enough? The damage being dished out as we speak, leaving Mr. Fallen all alone with a classic in hand. 2 players staring at him.
That's a double pistol.
Response from Team Liquid. Another pistol.
Surely they don't get ecoed.
Now secured. The follow-up though, Tom. That's where the questions are.
Keep your pistols again. Because they win the pistols, they just
because
lose
they're
the
gonna get
second round.
eco.
So if you play the second round as a pistol, then you're just playing another pistol, then you win.
That's true. Just
as a pistol.
Actually, the majority of rounds in this series have been off pistols, so they should only play. In fact, round 5, I still want to see pistols. 6 pistols.
Okay.
9K in the bank.
You've lost me a little bit there.
I'm just trying.
Damn, look at that.
It's the start.
Look how even the kills are.
And again, I don't want to say it, but there's barely anything invested for FUT.
Great. Good.
Now, a lot of what they were able to do was on their defense, so you kind of hope that there's going to be that conversion here.
They should farm.
Well placed. That will be the start that they need. And normally it's sort of snowballed when they've lost these rounds. It hasn't been like.
I like the thing that I like about this setup is the alarm bot, so he knows that people go close.
Have any support. That's the only thing that is worrying me. There is absolutely no one nearby. Finally,
yeah, because normally when you get to this angle, you have to worry about left, right, but because the alarm bot's on the floor, he never has to worry about left. So it's a cool setup for the optic play like that.
Yeah, well, especially he's made it out of that spot, having burned his dash up early, didn't find contact, couldn't use it to escape then. I was a little bit worried. Now it's time to play a little bit of blind.
After the spike and they go snowman with a flash. That's a nice idea.
But Enzo's unchecked up top in a snake.
Dude, he tanked that a lot.
Cosplaying safe on the stage. He tanked.
He tanked so much of that.
And players wrapping all around. They did it. Night and sweet dreams. Team Liquid.
Cosplaying safe. Is that from the Angel clip where he walked into it? That's savage.
Maybe this is the turning of the tide.
Okay. I like the plan though, right? Wall here, tap the spike, flash through, drop wall.
Within the arena, that's for sure. And that's the thing, especially now with the pistol under their belt, this definitely isn't a death sentence. But though, they're gonna have the fall by. Right here. Full shields on every single player at set up.
Okay, so the bonus is looking. It's not great.
Looking like they want to try and take similar control away to what was there for the other side, but I guess without the early aggression, they've decided immediately to try and stack back.
Some of the buys are odd from Liquid.
Where the drones coming through.
I really think
where
so.
The majority of the players are. But the spike's still on the ground, and 2 players have deep pushed B already.
Yeah, they got a lot of map control. With 20 seconds in, they got deep A, deep B.
Seem to be just faking out A, getting
but no one's shown anywhere.
Sorry,
it's not like they gained, well,
of the hands of Team Liquid,
gained a lot.
And then the shift back towards B. Screen goes up, crosses in, players on yellow. Now for Team Liquid, it's Nats, very long range with a Spectre. He's not trying to fight. He's just trying to
rotates coming in, so obviously they got information probably from the Dizzy that was used on A.
So the rotations are in 4 players.
Do they wall this or do they face this with a KO flash? KO flash goes in, lovely. Oh, that was lovely.
That was near perfect.
Yeah.
Good play on the drop down, and they almost caught Ada Captain, but he sneaks around the corner. Good shot by Kiko. Okay, and you know what, Tom? It's starting to look doable again.
Yeah, they got Wingman for plant here as well. Is this the molly that goes to the corner or the molly that goes to the back of yellow?
It's definitely going to make things more problematic. You've also still got the aggressive positioning of Cracks. The flash again. This is why we want to see this guy just back on the KO.
Lovely from him. Good util to enable them to push through as well.
A response from FUT, and you just love
what was
the
it?
way
2
that
kills?
they synergize around that utility.
2 kills.
I even
We get a
feel
swing
like
round.
The utility from Mystic
Big,
kind of
big
helped
round.
them out. Like you see that wave coming through, and they just pop flash through it as they would their own screen, and it's just an immediate kill onto Nats. Now, sure, weaker weaponry. It was definitely going to be difficult for him to win that battle anyway. But that's the thing with FUT. You might expect that they get into an afterplant and they fall back. That's never going to be the way they play. They're so infuriating with how aggressive and how much space they take.
It's interesting as well, the mosh pit on
What does this
back
normally
yellow.
break
I
the
think
turret
the idea
this
was to
here?
get the player to swing to the right. Instead he goes left, round
Wait,
the
that's
back. Cracks is able to find
that's
all
mad,
that
by the way.
space.
So you see this molly that they're doing? It goes all the way out. Okay, it lands on the roof, but because it's like a circle, it would kill the Killjoy turret if it was here. Pretty sure that's right.
Oh, they put
What?
that there on purpose.
Yeah, do you reckon that's on
100%.
purpose? I don't
was
know.
looking at that wall saying
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
got a ridiculously big gap in
I mean,
it.
they were holding it at least. Oh boy.
A nice
Official.
kill to take down Cena, but still so much they have to do. He's going to have his Thrash online. That might be able to clear some of the space as his teammates look to get that a little bit closer. They are going to be watching.
Oh, there goes the official.
Deny it ever further. The spam isn't going to find anything else, but the whole goal is to try and clear them out the back line. But he's so desperate.
11 HP for Enzo. Oh my
To
goodness.
give them that man advantage. Even still, though, a single bullet could remove him from action. The spam is going to take down the wingman and not allow for anything more. But they have now tapped it. The players have to start spraying, but the shots are not being connected.
No
Mr.
time.
Carlin, he's done enough. The time is gone. Liquid will get the kills. FUT will get the
Yeah, and that
round.
was the big round. We look over at their money. It is not here.
Now on double digits, 3 away from taking it.
The way you reacted to that wallbang, I think you'd rather have the kill.
Tom, an Odin retake on B wallbang from Snowman through the box. I will say this, I do not get to see that every day. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The gap in the wall, though, almost better. I mean, what a good idea. Oh no, we've made a mistake. Please don't snakebite us.
That's the thing. It's either intentional or just adaptation in the moment.
Yeah.
And either way, it was just...
At some point, they realized, I'm gonna shoot a guy when he peeks this. And that's what I'm talking about. A little bit of initiative.
Surely Stingers.
Team Liquid, a pause.
Oh man, but they're gonna fully go.
Took a little too long, and there was a fight or two that could have went their way. Some wall banks that could have been closer. It is what it is.
It's another game you've won both pistols and
Joga, thank you with the prime, man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate the 6 months.
How good FUT have been. Obviously, there was an immediate response in the first half, which made it a little bit different. But
what is the score? I mean, they don't need to
been
force.
able to streak rounds together. I think overall,
I would like to see some kind of
squad. And
maybe some util would be cool.
The same thing in the first half. Their ults are pretty much every player's performing, so every single
I'm
ult
out
at that point is going to come
the
online
force.
at the same time.
Kiko has ult. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah,
what's the actual money? 1-8. Save gun.
Fallen, Yedege, soon to have ultis. And this round that we're about to
There's
see,
no
round
way
number
with a
17,
save gun they
unlikely
do
to
it.
be a huge impact round. Team Liquid come in with a lot of weaknesses. One rifle on Nats because he has that little bit to work with, having saved it over. But the rest of the squad,
You get 2-9 loss bonus.
not looking to gamble at all.
Guys, what is going on?
Bladestorm's going to be used by Kiko
It's
as
not
well,
smart.
and that's the end of the compliments for the Liquid prospects. For FUT, they should clean this one up. They should end up with most of those ultis online, and then that's 11-6 in a swing round when Team Liquid invest everything. You've got these ultis to beat them back into submission. It's scary if you're on that defensive side, and for now, you can see the A site has been taken. A big retake going to be needed for Team Liquid.
Yeah, and especially when you don't.
They don't,
have that much
and they
utility to
don't
play
buy a
with.
cove.
Weaponry either. Like how you're going to push these players out of the deeper
They
positions
don't buy
in
a
the
cove when they
post-plant
play
is gonna be so
retake on
difficult.
A.
Bear in mind, they held on to a lot of their util because you didn't have anything to stop them, so it's not looking great. Yedege doesn't have much to lose, so he's just going to play aggressively with the Stinger, already clearing out a couple.
Holy.
Kiko does well.
Good luck, man. You gotta kill
He
everyone.
needs to do so
Oh.
much more. Third kill already on the books. And Mystics managed to get onto the defusal. The
Actually, he
problem
has to
is
kill everyone.
he now
Gets his
goes
knife
down.
back in 2.
It has to be the ace, and it
Whoa.
needs to be soon.
Good dash.
Fourth kill
Dash
for
knife.
Kiko. At minimum needs to get this to half. Cracks just looking to try and go for the peak, but he's just
Ah, man, that
playing
was
with
really
the
nice.
timer.
Nicely
It is
tried
a
from him.
nice attempt
It was a nice
from
try.
Kiko. He'll make this one costly.
FUT did good as well. You gotta give
FUT
Cracks
are
a
the
shout
ones
out
to
for
take
the knife on
round.
the jet.
Look
Oh,
at the kill dispersion, Tom, what it's
pretty much
ended up doing with
calmed
the
that all
plant as
down.
well. FUT now walk in, 3 ults in hand, Cracks 1 away after that last kill. they are going to have a lot of safety nets to fall back on. And yeah, sure, look, a lot of kills. It's great. It puts most of these players down to their last credits on the attacking side for the investment. It's also 11-6 if they win this round. That simply doesn't matter. And for Team Liquid, potentially they've bought themselves one anti-eco.
So I'm going to look at the money here, right? So it's 11-6. I'm going to look at the money and like, cool, they got money saved over. But like, does it? Was it worth it? Imagine if someone had some guns there and they get a kill.
He's round the side and he's been caught and dealt with. That was a
I like the idea. Like, I like the idea with the high tide.
Yeah,
the problem is they have a res. Enzo needs to try and find something more, but eventually decides, okay, I know that FUT are waiting on the other side. Kiko's given me that information. It's just not worth that peak. And now with no command, he has to do this with no util. It basically just has to be off own individual brilliance. He'll get one, but again, that's a player who could be res. It might be 2 reses in a round for Enzo. No kills, even though he's managed to drop a couple of players.
Double res.
Things in a 4 versus 3. Straight away, we're going to see that reckoning, but a response. I like it. The ult is going to deny any space. And
wait, did he hit the second guy? It was close.
Mystic's been able to sneak his way out, though. That's the one major
no plant on
benefit.
this, though. No plant, 4v2. Yampy gets a kill, brings it back to a 3v2. And Yampy is very fast with this rotate. Very, very fast. And they saw both of them on A.
But these B-side defenses have been tough. FUT are able to win these almost every time. Good timing though on the recon. Yampy, a surprise factor now as he catches Yedajay. Looks at the back. Oh, but he second guesses himself.
Whoa.
Still isolating
the
last duel and leaving Mr. Fallen alone.
I heard him.
One that could turn the tide of this game from Mystic with 10 seconds. That plan needs to go in here. And Mr. Fallen.
Yeah, I think he heard him if he played it like that.
In these clutch situations.
Nicely done from Mr. Fallen. Yeah, they have big impacts. The big rounds, the big kind of swing rounds.
My man is about to release some sort of pyramid scheme of how to become.
Yeah, he had a sick round here.
Because
Yampy did good to make this to a 1v1.
Plants and just dips Mystic, moves himself top of the board as well, and. But this is the thing. This is what we talk about with fragging IGLs. Mr. Fallen just hits different.
He really does. He's 17-12 right now. After the whole conversation, hey, listen, you're right. That's what he deserves. You think about the conversation today. We started it out. CNET, one of the best players in the world, world champion. All we want to see is this guy back on Jet. Screw the other agents. Sue turned around the whiteboard, showed us Jet is the solution. This is where he can be the best. He's 14-12. He's trailing Mr. Fallen. You mentioned it starting out this map as well. CNET scary. Cracks, that was what I was worried about. And you said Mr. Fallen on the Sova. He can be terrifying too. Hey, listen, you're spot on that one. The entirety of this FUT squad is terrifying. Even Yedajay, just a few rounds ago, had a massive
He can look stressed. Yeah, dude, it's I
tell
you what, it's a different beast when you're like actually at a venue.
Such difficult players to play against. And
he's done a lot of stuff where it's like online watching and it doesn't really give you the full stress factor.
We've seen on this map, but with the way things have been going, it might just be. You win both pistols, you're still on 6 rounds. Your opponents have hit 12.
Okay, 6 chances for FUT to end this, and they have knives.
And for the positives,
Viper ult. Where the hell does this go?
Good.
What?
So, the way things have gone, I'm almost
everything
more terrified
going?
of CNET's classic. They am as Blades.
What?
And perhaps I'm right to be. Blades dealt with
It lands here like you're taking back a yellow. That's
from
really
Enzo.
cool
Kiko
recon,
able to grab
to be fair.
another, and they are hightailing it out of there. No longer
It
wanting
clears
to
back a
commit to
yellow.
fight. But the
Creates a
Turkish
lot of
squad,
pressure like you're
instead Team
taking
Liquid play
fast B,
defense.
but actually you're
And FUT
walking contact over towards A. It's
disadvantage
pretty cool.
Kiko on the corner as well. Looking to double up those advantages. 4 versus 2. And the pull around from Mr. Fallen. Well, he'll have to get a lot of value off this flash. Some space taken, but Enzo shuts him down.
Yeah, puts them down to just cracks. Still someone you have to be careful of. He's definitely been looking good back on the KO. The guns are out already. As they just hold onto the angle, but Kiko still there. And
Okay, 6 chances down to 5. We're slowly counting. As always.
I think in the first half he had 6 kills. He's had 14 in the second half. And it still hasn't looked that different. But we're starting to see that now. I like the aggressive stance. Like with how FUT have been able to just get into these sites, get into after plants and play those posts. Just wanting to take it to them a little bit. Show that they still have that individual
Awesome to an
skill
eco as well.
Versus the Turkish powerhouse.
Hero gun.
Well, you said you were afraid of something, man.
Okay, so yeah, this is molly here. I wonder if we like fully follow it. It goes yeah, on top of the roof here. It's interesting. Like the idea. But again, turret not here. Duel at middle. Atta. Why not? It's an eco. Might as well move through that.
But Enzo with 2 kills, 3 kills in fact. It looks like we finally tied a bow in this one. I took a moment. Those spams through the smoke, but he's 28 HP.
Oh, he's 26.
There's no way that he gets away with this one, and the flank even being watched by Yumpy. Big ult round for Team Liquid 2, building up Thrash on Enzo. And this kill should be quick, it should be clean. We move
okay, big buy run now, and there's some good ults. Official Killjoy ult.
Yeah, again, thankfully for them, a lot of these wins have not been coming off the back of ultimates. So they're still going to have Thrash, they're still going to have Lockdown. Finances building, but again, it doesn't matter so much as long as they're getting buys onto the board. And on the other side of things, you've only really got...
the amount of times I'm seeing that mosh pit work like this is pretty funny.
Closing it similarly to the last map, like you had a few moments, you had a few sort of breathers for Liquid where you go, okay, they look like they're finally getting into things, and then just sledgehammer.
Yeah, but have woken up
I got eyes here.
whenever they've needed to, whenever things have looked good for Liquid, and the sun's starting to shine yet again. Or is that gray cloud? Sneak up by FUT, but this is all being
tagged down pretty heavy as they walk through the smoke.
Worry about really. It's just a window peek up top. And Yumpy's going to be caught by that, of course.
With this as well, they kill the Killjoy, so both the util goes down, so that creates heavy pressure. Just the kill itself, we've got pressure here, and kind of all across the map now. You can see Nats is having to clear it out.
Trying to put himself in. Honestly,
like the best kill they could have got. Kiko is really bold, but he has got so much info and a huge kill.
As I said, I feel like that 37 might be needed if they're going to close out this series, but in the meantime,
thank you, Lexi. Thank you for that. Thank you, YouTube chat.
And Yadajay still hanging around. This fight could be absolutely everything. He's not quite looking the right way, but he still manages to win it. One off having that res online, but it might not be needed.
How did that kill the other guy? Oh man, how did that kill the other guy? Nicely done from FUT. Yeah, fully in control for a lot of this.
But they have come back looking as fearsome.